These are all the things Jordan and I managed to squeeze into the show today, and a lot to choose from. And before we get to what happened earlier this week, we gotta head to the trailer park first. This is where we give you your first look at some of the new shows and movies out there. Fast 10, your seatbelts, everyone. See what I did there? A new trailer has dropped for the latest installment of the Fast and Furious franchise. Take a look.
He's coming for you with everything.
What's the plan, Dom?
I'm not sure anymore.
One of us might not come back from this. But we have to fight.
Never accept death when suffering is owed.
Yes, 10s across the board, everyone. Fast 10 features mainstays like Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese, and Ludacris, as well as newcomers Jason Momoa, Brie Larson, and Rita Moreno. The film hit in theaters May the 19th, and you saw Jason Momoa there. He's very excited about this. He says, quote, "I finally get to be the bad guy. I've been a good guy for a while. He's a very sadistic and androgynous and a bit of a peacock, and he's got lots of issues." You have my attention.
Yes, it looks very intense, but something that's sort of piquing my interest is the androgynous of it all. I've never seen an androgynous sort of villain.
Me neither.
So I'm excited. We know that I think the 7th and 8th films in the series each grossed $1 billion each.
Yes.
So, you know, that we're seeing number 10 now, I think is going to land really well. And I can't think of many other series with 10 iterations of, you know, the same
It's going to catch up to now. That's what I call music CDs at this point, with how many it's got going on.
Well, Rihanna is teasing her Super Bowl halftime show. The superstar's halftime performance this weekend marks her return to live music for the first time in nearly 7 years. During a press conference hosted by Apple Music, Riri spoke about the challenge of creating the perfect set list for Sunday. Take a look.
You only have 13 minutes. That's the challenge. So you're trying to cram 17 years of work into 13 minutes. So it's difficult, but you know, some songs we had to lose because of that, and that's gonna be okay, but I think we did a pretty good job at narrowing it down. There are probably about 39 versions of the set list right now.
Wow. Rihanna also went on to tease new music, referring to it as weird. She said, quote, "It might not ever make sense to any of my fans."
Ooh, that's weird.
Well, listen, if anyone can make good, weird music, it's her. It's her. And you know, in the interview, she went on to say, "This is the only time I could have ever done the Super Bowl halftime show." She says, you know, she had a baby a few months ago, and she says something happens to you when you become a mom and you feel like you can do anything. So she said the timing for her is perfect.
The prop bets are all thinking right now maybe Diamonds is going to be the first song that she performs. The other big question is who performs with her, if anybody does. By the way, there might not be a chance anybody performs, but you have to go through her 14 #1 Billboard Hot 100 songs. Umbrella, Jay-Z potentially could be involved in this, given the fact that he has a relationship with the NFL and the halftime show.
Good call, too.
Could we potentially see Nicki Minaj there? That's one other person a lot of the prop bets are saying could show up. And as she correctly mentioned, it's hard when you have only 13 minutes to cram in an entire sort of career of songs and a catalog into that. But definitely going to be so exciting to watch.
If anyone can do it,
she can do it. Meanwhile, remember when Jennifer Coolidge said to Access Hollywood that she wanted to play a dolphin in her next role? Well, makeup company e.l.f. Cosmetics making her dreams come true. Hooray! Look at this.
Gosh, looks like I came from the sea. Looks like a dolphin. Like a baby dolphin.
Yes, that is actually pretty good. Yeah, the White Lotus star teamed up with e.l.f. Cosmetics for its debut Super Bowl commercial. That's to promote its Power Grip Primer. The full Coolidge-like commercial going to air this Sunday during the Super Bowl. And by the way, the White Lotus connections don't end there. I mean, she thanked Mike White, the creator of the White Lotus, you know, for getting her this role. He actually created this ad for e.l.f. Cosmetics.
Which is so amazing.
Which is like so even more meta on all of this.
Well, when I saw the commercial, I said, did Olivia Wilde direct this commercial?
That was the rumor because Olivia Wilde had said she wanted to do this.
Exactly. So I think now this obviously landed so well. It made me laugh. It was perfect. Now Olivia Wilde, I think, might have some big shoes to fill.
Look, she is Jennifer Coolidge is on a hot streak right now, given the fact that she is coming off of The White Lotus, her Golden Globe win.
Yes.
She got those amazing recognition from Harvard University.
That's
she got
right.
her big parade. So it is good right now to be Jennifer Coolidge.
Absolutely. And I'm excited to see it pop up during the Super Bowl, too. And we are not done talking about the Super Bowl just yet. Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul are reprising their iconic Breaking Bad characters for a new PopCorners commercial that dropped earlier this week. The Super Bowl ad also features one of Breaking Bad's most infamous villains. Take a look.
What are these?
We call them popcorners.
Say their name. Popcorners. Time! Yeah! How much of this stuff do you have?
We've got 6 signature flavors, Joe.
7! You make 7!
7.
7 works.
Yeah.
Well, that commercial is titled Breaking Good, and it was directed by Breaking Bad creator Vince Gilligan. You know what? I know you have some thoughts on this one, but something funny, both of these guys have said, after Breaking Bad finished filming, we're hanging up our cleats, you're not gonna see these characters again. Then we get the cameo in El Camino, then we get Better Call Saul, and they say, we're hanging up our cleats, you're not gonna see us again. So I was happy to see them again here, and while we do love this, I think we might see them again, even though they say we won't.
Yeah, exactly, and they're saying the same thing. Like, this might be the last. I mean, my God, I hope it's not the last, because if this is the last, this is very depressing. Because this is a waste of an ad. As a Breaking Bad fan, literally just repurposing the first episode and replacing meth with popcorners.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody maybe would have thought they could have taken a creative spin on the show. Would have been fun. But I'm really hoping this is not the end. This would be the worst way to possibly go out on this show. Okay, Jordan, imagine, if you will, a time when there was nothing at all cool about Nike.
I can't.
Believe it or not, that was once the company's reality. And now Ben Affleck and Matt Damon bringing that story to life. Their new film called Air follows the game-changing partnership between Nike and a promising NBA rookie named Michael Jordan.
This is what I do. I find you players, and I feel it this time. Yeah, okay, it's risky. When you were selling sneakers out of the back of your Plymouth, that was risky. Don't change that now.
For a rookie?
Yes.
Who's never set foot on an NBA court.
That's the literal definition of rookie, yeah.
What's the plan? We build a shoe line around just him.
I need the greatest basketball shoe that's ever been made.
Who's the player?
Michael Jordan.
Air is directed by Ben Affleck and features a star-studded cast, film hitting theaters on April the 5th. A lot of people don't know about the backstory about how Nike aggressively went and basically banked their entire existence on the success of the Jordan campaign.
Yes.
And it was a little bit shady, according to some of the stories, about how they were able to sort of rope him in.
Yeah.
All the more reason why this story is going to be really amazing to watch.
Yeah.
This, by the way, the first time that Ben Affleck has directed a movie that Matt Damon is also in as well.
Oh my gosh, well, I think the Ben Affleck and Matt Damon combination is gonna make this like a cinematic masterpiece. We've seen Affleck also direct Argo and
Won
Gone
an
Baby
Oscar for
Gone.
that, yes.
Movies that landed really well, so I think they're well equipped. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Air wasn't the only trailer that dropped earlier this week. We also got a first look at Jack Harlow in the remake of White Men Can't Jump. Take a look.
You not bring enough money to cover this game?
I brought like 80, minus 60.
You ready? Born ready.
What's up with your boy?
He's almost done.
I'm like the P.T. Anderson of basketball psychological warfare.
Who is P.T. Anderson?
Our greatest living director.
Spike Lee is our greatest living director.
Spike Lee's not even a good Knicks fan.
I knew this was a mistake.
White Men Can't Jump is set to hit Hulu May 19th. So this is Jack Harlow making his big screen debut. We know he's had a little taste of it after hosting SNL. I read during the audition process, he said something really kind of profound. He said, I let my ego go and totally just immersed himself in the role. And obviously it worked out for him.
Yeah, he said he wanted to nail it. That's what he said to Zane Lowe on Apple Music One, that he really wanted to perfect this role, to your point, because he hasn't done very many roles whatsoever. So yeah, Yeah, I think this is really cool and really perfect for him. Meanwhile, Phase 5 of the MCU has finally arrived, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania celebrated its world premiere at the Regency Westwood Theater in Los Angeles on Monday. Critics, by the way, loving the newest Marvel film. Fandango's Eric Davis, fan of the show, our friend of the show, tweeted that the new Ant-Man movie is like a psychedelic roller coaster full of frightening and hilarious oddities, plus one very menacing Kang. Geek Vibes Nation also adds to the positive reactions. They say, quote, Thanos was the appetizer, while Jonathan Majors' Kang the Conqueror is the main course. Majors plays Kang with brilliance and confidence. Now, the 31st entry in the Marvel Cinematic Universe arrives in theaters February the 17th, and so far Rotten Tomatoes has sort of summarized the first initial reactions on social media this way, saying, it's messy, but everyone loves Jonathan Majors. This is like Marvel meets Star Wars with impressive visuals and great performances, even if it's a little weird for some and takes a while to get going.
Oh my gosh, sounds so good. Well, it's no secret that social media has been buzzing, the reviews of the movie, and even people who, not naysayers, but people who said you might be a little bit confused if you haven't seen the others, are raving over Kang's.
Right, Jonathan Majors, a star out of all of this, and as we said earlier this week, really based his role off of Heath Ledger's Joker character. That was a big inspiration for him.